said Nicki recorded that at the freak off in the Calabasas. She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
So just when we thought Jaguar was done exposing the industry, she just appeared in another explosive interview. And this time, she exposed Nicki Minaj for leaking the disturbing viral audio of Diddy clapping Meek's cheeks. Apparently, Nicki has been holding on to the tape for years now because she was scared of Diddy coming after her and her family. But in the wake of all the SA allegations against him, she decided to finally release it. Initially, people thought the audio was leaked by one of Diddy's bodyguards, but it turns out Nicki and her team paid the ex-bodyguard to say that he was the one that leaked it, so Diddy and his goons wouldn't go after her. But now that the truth has been revealed, it looks like things are about to get even messier than they already are. Now, if y'all remember, Meek was recently exposed for being DL and being Diddy's boy toy. This was revealed in the latest SA lawsuit filed against him by producer Lil Rod. He says Diddy has had several boy toys in the industry, including Meek and Usher. Lil Rod didn't explicitly mention Meek and Usher's names, but he gave a detailed description about them that pretty much made it more than easy to figure out who he was talking about. He described Meek as a Philadelphia rapper who dated Nicki Minaj, and described Usher as a male R&B singer who performed at the Super Bowl and had a successful Vegas residency. Now, I really don't think I need to tell y'all this, but Meek is in fact a rapper from Philadelphia, and he dated Nicki Minaj from 2015 to 2017. Usher also just had a successful Vegas residency, which reportedly grossed over $100 million, and he did in fact perform at the Super Bowl a couple months ago. As soon as all of this started going viral on social media, Meek immediately went into defense mode and started spiraling like never before, in a desperate attempt to convince everybody that he was good, but nobody was buying that at all. I would trash any celebrity if they tried a wild move on me. No pics literally go crazy on them. That's all. I'm from Philly, man. All my guys always watch me around this wild industry. Every black blog site enhanced that post to make me seem gay. I change laws for our people. I donate millions. They're designed to destroy the image of black leaders. It can't work with me though. You gotta really me. And I still will get bigger after death. This guy, not me, LOL. And after hours of ranting over nothing, he finally decided to address the elephant in the room, and he claimed that the allegations about him sleeping with men were false. He said, "I'm from Philly. I don't do coke or freaky ASS Molly. Nobody won't even offer me coke because I'm that heavy. Nobody would ever approach me about no gay activity, and the whole place don't get flipped. Woke up seeing this on every blog like they know I'm coming, LOL." For a minute, a lot of people actually believed him, because I mean, what other reason do they have not to believe him? He's only ever publicly been involved with women and only makes music about hooking up with women. That was until an extremely disturbing video of Meek getting pounded by Diddy leaked on social media. You're probably gonna think I'm exaggerating when I say this, but Meek was literally screaming to the top of his lungs, and it sounded like he was one breath away from losing consciousness. But Diddy just kept on doing what he was doing. Now, you already know I can't play the full audio for y'all because of how disturbing it was, but I'ma let y'all hear just a little bit of it. It was later revealed that the audio was leaked by Diddy's bodyguard after the ex-bodyguard in question made an entire IG live video where he confessed to recording and leaking the audio. According to him, the whole incident happened during one of Diddy's freak-off parties a few years ago, and he decided to lean by the door to record what he was hearing because he was shocked to hear that Meek was allowing Diddy to manhandle his cheeks like that. He said Diddy intentionally spiked everyone's drinks at the party so they would be too high and too drunk to know what was going on. But he didn't drink, and that's why he was sober enough to witness what he and Meek were doing.
Champagne was spiked, son. Like, all the champagne was spiked. Everybody was passed the fuck out. I don't drink, so I was playing that shit off like I don't fucking drink. I smoke. Like, I smoke and I had my own, but like everybody was passed out. Yo, Diddy had that man in the room. Look, yes, I put my ear to the door and I brought the phone because Diddy started going in overdrive. I ain't know what the fuck was going on, but I just heard balls slapping against cheeks. I heard niggas struggling to take. I heard niggas being like, yeah, daddy. Like when he started all that daddy this and daddy that, and then I heard some hollering and struggling like, yeah, I kept the phone there and I recorded all this because I was like, this nigga Diddy rich.
Everybody kind of knew back in the day that Meek Mills and Puff was a little too friendly. Anytime two rappers or two people in the industry come dressed up alike on more than one occasion.
Do y'all remember that video of Meek in the pool with his butt slightly curved up as if he was trying to relieve some pain or something? While Diddy just stood there and recorded him and called him daddy? Diddy kept talking about how Meek was putting in that work. Well, according to the streets, that video was taken just minutes after he pounded Meek in the bedroom.
Hey, what's up, King Son? Man, you doing it, man. You deserve it, daddy. You putting in that work. Proud of you. I love you. Yeah.
Now, just when we thought things couldn't get any messier, Jaguar Wright recently had an interview and she spilled the tea on what really happened. According to Jaguar, the audio was actually recorded by Nicki Minaj back when she was with Meek, and that's the reason why she dumped him as soon as she had the chance. Jaguar even revealed the exact location that the freak-off happened that night that Nicki recorded the audio. She said the reason why Nicki didn't release this earlier was because she was scared that Diddy would attack her. But seeing as everything is already out there, she decided to put it out.
Man.
And then Milk running the ramp, talking about expensive pain
now,
in his eyes.
Wait, this is Philly you're talking about now. Wait a minute, Jag.
Meek.
Wait a minute.
He's a fucking Fruit Loop. He Diddy-fied.
This is Philly.
He's a deep fried period. He Diddy-fied. He Diddy-fried. He the Diddy do-I-bop. Meek. Real rap.
You think that audio that they put out was real?
Yeah, that was him. Nicki put that out there. That Nicki recorded that at the freak-off in the Calabasas.
Man.
She been waiting to drop that shit on Meek.
Oh, man.
She just wasn't gonna tell nobody it was Diddy. But now that Diddy out there, why not?
And when Jaguar was asked about the ex-bodyguard who was claiming he was behind the leak, she said that the bodyguard was paid to take the blame so that the leak would not be traced back to Nicki.
So then who's the guy who's claiming he recorded it?
Oh,
The
somebody that got
bouncer.
paid?
Yeah, he said like I was
Yeah,
standing
somebody
outside the
that
door.
got paid.
Yeah.
Child, Jaguar wasn't playing around at all. She really spilled the tea and did not hold back a single piece of information. And honestly, it makes a lot of sense that Nicki would do this, because if y'all remember, she accused Meek of being physically violent with her when they were together. Aside from him bending over for Diddy to let him have his way with him every night, he would come home and release all that anger on Nicki to make up for his damaged ego. And if y'all remember, Nicki been hinted at Meek being DL some years ago on her Queen radio show, while addressing the people that were telling her that she should have chosen someone who was on her level financially as a husband instead of her current husband.
And a lot of, I ain't gonna say no names, but a lot of these people that y'all want me to be with be fake on the low gay, be mentally and physically and verbally, be having eating disorders.
And just about a year ago when she was on Live with Soulja Boy, she brought these DL allegations back up again when she randomly asked Soulja if he could name some of the DL rappers.
Do you think it's a lot of undercover brothers in the industry?
Oh no, Queen. We don't know nothing about undercovers. Oh no. We don't know about that.
Okay. Because I do.
You said what?
Oh, I said I do.
Oh, but that's not all. Because back in 2021, when Nicki was supposed to release her documentary on HBO Max, According to reports, the documentary was gonna go into details about her life from 2015 to present, and that included some very messy details about her past relationships. The documentary was supposed to cover everything she endured and witnessed, including her relationship with Meek. It was supposed to cover some details about why she dropped Diddy as her manager just a few months after he managed her at the beginning of her career. Yeah, y'all heard that right. Nicki was managed by Diddy at one point right after the release of her highly successful debut album Pink Friday, but she dropped him just after a few months and never looked back. At the time, they tried to cover it up by saying she dropped him because he wasn't focused on her career, but people were not buying it. People believed that Diddy tried to introduce Nicki to some of the freak-offs, and she wasn't having it. So she left before he could get her tangled up in all that mess. Anyway, going back to the documentary, Meek filed a cease and desist against Nicki to remove all contents about him and his affiliates from the documentary. A lot of people found this real suspicious, because if he truly had nothing to hide, then why was he scared of what Nicki was gonna reveal in that documentary? This also explains why she has never released or talked about it much since then. The industry made sure to stop her before she could say anything. So as y'all can see, Nicki did try to say something, but since she couldn't, this leak was her way of exposing the industry without putting herself in danger. It's unclear how Jaguar got all this tea, but she's definitely spot on with everything she said. One person reacted to this by saying, "Big facts, shaking my head. I knew that. It just makes sense. Why Nicki and Meek didn't stay together long when she found out he was letting Diddy hit that joint." Another person said, "All I'm learning is that everyone involved paid off, saying they left early, no comment, and or profiting off the story are terrible people who have no soul. Imagine having that info and sitting on it. Cowardice." But now I want to know your thoughts. What do y'all think about Nicki leaking that audio? And do y'all think she's safe now that she's been exposed for being behind the leak? Y'all been knew what to do. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section down below. And don't forget to click here to watch this other very messy video.